came in and asked to purchase a ticket and said that she would like to see the cave because it was rated one of the top 10 caves in the country. And I said, really? I said, how did you hear about that? She said she saw it in the newspaper.
My name is Ryan Bishop. I'm a tour guide down at Niagara Cave in Harmony, Minnesota. This cave was formed by an ancient underground river that carved out these passageways. A lot of our visitors come to see the underground waterfall. It's kind of the unique feature of the cave. That's why the cave was named Niagara Cave, after the waterfall. And then the water does flow over a 60-foot drop. It is very rare to have an underground stream flowing through a cave that people can access and actually see for themselves. The limestone is about 450 million years old. It was laid down when a shallow sea used to cover this Midwestern area here. And everything that lived in the sea, the plants and the animals, when they died, they fell to the bottom and their bodies built up over each other over a long period of time. And it became rock. And we have a lot of evidence of the ancient life preserved today as fossils. This cave had began forming thousands of years ago during the ice ages when glaciers covered most of northern Minnesota. And each summer, when the glaciers melted, some of that water came down here to this part of Minnesota. Over time, water worked its way through cracks in the rock. It eventually formed into an underground stream that carved out these passageways.
I'm Mark Bishop, owner of Niagara Cave. Well, the cave was discovered in 1924. This area where the building sits and parking lot was a farmer's pasture, and the farmer that operated the land noticed he was missing 3 of his pigs. So he sent his 2 nephews who lived across the road and his hired hand to go track the pigs down, and they discovered the cave by locating the pigs in this sinkhole that the pigs had fallen into. And so they went to rescue the pigs, and lo and behold, there wasn't a huge cave system below there. 3 gentlemen from Decorah, Iowa, Joe Flynn, Leo DeKip, and Al Kramer, were businessmen down in Decorah and also cavers. And they came and explored the cave. And it was those 3 gentlemen that decided to get permission from the landowner to develop it commercially. So they did that in the 30s and opened it in 1934. And they were the operators of the cave. There's been just 3 cave owners since 1934. And with my background in physical geography and environmental studies, it seemed like a perfect fit. I love caves, purchased it in 1995 and been running it since.
A tour on this cave will take you on about a mile walk round trip. You go half a mile into the cave, then you turn around at the end and come back out the same way. You descend to about 200 feet below the surface, and you'll be in an environment that is 48 degrees constantly all year round.
The second leg here with all these pockmarks in it, that is called the Stewartville layer.
My favorite feature would probably have to be some of the fossils that we have. I really like fossil hunting as a child, and coming down here, every time I look for fossils, I can find new ones that I've never seen before, and I've been down here hundreds of times.
We have the cave formations, the stalactites, stalagmites, other caves, formations that you see in typical limestone caves. And just the unique shape of the cave makes it a very special place. Also, we have a wedding chapel in the cave. Over 400 weddings have been performed there since 1934. We have a guest book inside, and we have visitors that sign our guest book that come from usually between 60 and 90 different countries, and all 50 states typically on a given year. Yeah, I have 2 sons that one has just finished his degree in geology, and the other one will have his degree in about 6 months from now. They grew up in the cave and have taken the caves in Europe and Central America and all over the United States as well. So yeah, they're very interested in caves and geology.
I got my degree in geology from the University of Hawaii. I did spend a lot of time down here growing up, and I was fascinated by fossils. And I always crawled into every crack and crevice I could find down here when I was a kid. This is where I grew up. This was my basement.